Hello, Aquarius Sun, Gemini Rising. It is time for your year ahead reading. Now, let's start it off with a little bit of astrology first. Now, with that Gemini Rising, which is a mutable air sign, you could be seen as somebody who is always willing to see both sides of a situation, or at least you're going to want to discuss all the options before you make a decision, or at least before you voice a decision. You want to gather all the information, you want to know all the gossip. So you could seem sometimes indecisive, but you're just weighing all the options before you choose. And you may change your mind at any different point, but that's based on new information that came in, or maybe something just smelled better than you thought, so you want to try it. So there's flexibility in there. You could also be somebody who just helps others understand the other side of a situation or helps them talk through and brainstorm things. You're really good for bouncing off of ideas and helping people through. You may be even helping people write communications of some type, drafting letters, drafting documents, and things like that. So people may come to you for that because you have a wide base of skills in that, or you're just somebody who's naturally good at that. Strong communication skills. Your chart ruler is going to be Mercury. So that's merit. You just seem to have a natural aptitude and maybe always somehow get drawn into. Could even have to do with data in some way too. Now, with that Gemini sun, that means with that Gemini rising, that means your sun is most likely in the ninth house. Not in every case, but we're going with the most likely one for these readings. The ninth house is about religion and philosophy and long distance travel. And with your Aquarius sun there, and that is a fixed air sign, you may have a definite way of doing things that is unique or different from everybody else. It is unique to you. So, for example, if you want to go on a long distance trip, maybe you always want to go to a place or only go to places where there's a Ferris wheel that you can get on so that you can look out over the whole city and see the whole thing, see the big picture, if you will. You would also you may even have a week, so if it had to do with education in some way, you may have a unique style of teaching, or you may have a unique way of learning and now you're teaching that in some way, or you would like to. As far as philosophy and religion, you have probably very definitive ideas on those things, but it's something you like to talk about. It's something you like to debate. Again, all that air in there. Definitely big on communication and talking. All right, now let's get into your cards for the year ahead. When I talk about the cards as I'm doing the reading, it is just labeled 1 through 12, but card 1 for you is going to be February of 2025. So there we have card 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we have card 7, 8, and 9, card 10, 11, and 12. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Strength card, or Fortitude. In this deck, it's Fortitude. So on the back of the deck here, we have this Fortitude card. This is going to be a year where the focus is coming to terms with your darker side in a way. Figuring out how to integrate that into who you are as a person, knowing when to leverage it for things like boundaries if it's not something you've done in the past. It's going to feel a little mean at first, but this is about being firm in those boundaries in order to protect yourself and set yourself up for success. This is also about compassion, having compassion for yourself. We do not always get it right. We mess up. We are humans, and we can be very messy people, human beings, whatever you want to call us here. That's okay. That's part of growth. But as long as you're learning from that, and you're learning to tame the aggression, to tame the wild side a little bit, to tame the shadows, but not stifle them, because it is a part of who you are. And maybe that's the big thing here, is recognizing that those dark places inside are a part of who you are, and it is okay for them to be a part of who you are, as long as you know when to leverage that energy and when to lay it off of it, when to leverage your light over your dark, or maybe sometimes you need a little gray area, and that's okay too. So it feels like this is the year where you're bringing that together and you're coming to terms with that, and you're learning that it's okay to just be you in all the ways that you are you. And just let yourself learn and figure it out. All right, now let's get into the individual cards. We're starting off here in month 1, which is for you February of 2025. So month 1, we have the 5 of Cups, and maybe this is the starting point for this fortitude journey here. The 5 of Cups, so 5s in general can be challenges. They can be things that we need to overcome. They're little tests put out there by the universe to see if you're really ready to move on. And the 5 of Cups is telling you you need to let go of, there's something in the past that you keep looking to, where you keep bringing your energy back to, where you keep putting your focus back on it. It's already done. It's already over. You cannot change anything that happened. But you keep going back to it. You keep focus on it. You're leaving your energy there in the past to punish yourself in some way. What's done is done. You need to bring that energy back to the present, to the now. Because you're doing the only person who's losing out in this, you are doing a disservice to yourself. By focusing on something you cannot change, on words you said that you may regret, even on grief. Grief, if it has to do with losing a person especially, doesn't ever really go away, but it does ease up. And you can focus on the present, on where you are now. And maybe every once in a while you think of that person who's gone. But it becomes more positive. It becomes a period of, it doesn't hurt so much. There's still some pain there. There's still that grief there, right? We want them to be here with us now, where we are. We want to be sharing certain pinnacles in life with them. They're there watching over you. They want to see you moving forward. They want to see you having the moments you would like to share with them. They want you to enjoy life. They want you to have all of your energy with you so that you are fully prepared for whatever is coming your way. Stop denying yourself that. Stop punishing yourself for something that may have happened in the past. You do regret it. Acknowledge that. Acknowledge that it happened. Acknowledge that that's not the person you are anymore. That you learned from that. And you are growing. And you have changed. And bring that energy forward to where you are now so you can use it to help you continue to grow. And that's what February is about. It's letting that go. Or at least that should be what it's about. Letting yourself let go so you can move forward. And then in month 2, we have the 9 of Cups. This is where you are recognizing your strengths when it comes to your emotional health. This is a card indicating pride, indicating wanting to share with others or to show off what it is you can do, how much you have grown, what you are capable of. Now, this does not need to be a boastful thing, but this is kind of a don't hide your light kind of a vibe. Let your light shine. If people notice that you are happy, that's a good thing. Don't be ashamed of that. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to shove your happiness down. Let it shine. It can be infectious and it can help others. But stop hiding who you are and how you feel about life, about being where you're at, about your accomplishments. Let yourself express that. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself be proud of yourself. And then in month 3, we have the Queen of Swords. So an air element. This time it's the Queen, though. She is regal. She is definitely an authoritative figure. Queens are a little more nurturing, though. Although with the swords, it's going to be, she's nurturing, but it is in a very much a planning kind of mode. Do you have everything you need? Making lists. Have you figured out, do you have a plan A, B, C? How are you going to handle this? They want to know the logistics, they want to know the facts, they want to know the figures before they'll address things at an emotional level. They want to have all of that in place. So this is somebody maybe you meet that's going to help you with planning something in your life. There you need their advice on how to do something. This could be somebody who is teaching you. Possibly, maybe it has to do with a job. So they're very focused on, okay, this is the way you do it. It's this step and then this step and then this step. There's a sequence involved. It's important that I bring forward the word sequence. So that it's a sequence going on in this month that you need to learn, or some sort of sequential events that are happening or need to happen in a certain way that you need to pay attention to. And this person can help you with that. If you want them to remind you to do something, they will remind you to do it. They will not do it for you, but they will remind you to do it. It's up on you to actually get it done. And that would be a way that maybe they show affection, if this is somebody that you're looking for that from, is they want to keep you on track or help you stay on track. And the best way that they can do it is through helping you come up with a plan, giving you reminders and things like that without actually doing it themselves. All right, so getting the work done, putting things in place. Month 4, we have the 3 of Cups. This is a happy-go-lucky kind of card a little bit. This is celebrating or spending time with your best friends, the people that are those ones that you can count on. You are there to support each other. You are there to listen to the problems without judgment, with encouragement, with support. These are people you can bounce all the crazy ideas off of, and they may tell you, nope, that's a crazy idea, but they know you well and you respect it when they say that. Doesn't mean even that you'll follow or, agree with them, and they know that about you and they're okay with that. But they're going to let you know their opinion just as much as you're going to give them your opinion. But you guys have a really tight relationship. These are the people you need to be spending time with right now to, one, help you revive your energy for some things that may be coming up as we move forward throughout this year, or maybe you're still working on this. They can probably give you some insights into where and when your wild side or your shadow side has really sprung through and helped get you out of a situation. These are people you can talk to about anything. So spend some time with these people this month. Have those conversations. Don't be afraid to bring up a subject that you think they might back off of or try to stay silent on. They may just be waiting for you to ask. They know when to respect your privacy or the things that you want to talk about or don't want to talk about. But they're there for you silently, even when you're silent or when you don't want to speak on something. You know you have their support. So talk, speak, get it out. They'll be there for you. And then in month 5, we have the Temperance card, a major arcana card. This card can be about balance. It can be about alchemy, transformation, transmutation, I should say. This is where this feels, again, tied to emotions for you here in this year. And it could even tie into this Judgment card too. The transmutation of that dark shadow energy into purposeful energy, into actionable energy. This is a month where you're taking some deliberate actions in order to integrate these two. And I don't know if that's a recognition that you need more exercise or you need to be more active when you have that darker energy, that more aggressive energy coming forward, but you're not ready to use it. You need to transmute it into something else or divert that energy to something else. And then balance is coming in too, and that it would relate in the same way. You don't want to have so much, you don't want to be focusing so much energy in one place that it's draining you and not giving you any energy to distribute to other areas of your life. So you may be overworking so much or spending so much time focusing on work that you don't have time to take care of your home or yourself, for that matter. Or maybe you're focused so much on a project at home that you really, really, really want to get done, and you're sinking all your energy into that that now maybe you're calling into work because you want to make sure this is done. You don't want to do that. Make sure you're maintaining balance this month and managing your energy in a way that supports you in all areas of your life. And then in month 6, we have the Nine of Swords. So this could be a tough month. This is a month where this is indicating anxiety. This is indicating nightmares, insomnia, fears and anxieties coming forward that are preventing you from getting rest, from resting your mind. This again, too, maybe that's why this is so prominent for you this year. With this energy here is recognize when you're starting to get into that overthinking mode. And maybe that's when you go do something physical, or you distract yourself with something else where you can put that energy, that anxious energy, into something that's more productive and beneficial to you. So you can expend that energy and then you'll sleep better. You'll be able to relax until you get through this stressful period. And the stress, again, could have something to do with work. It feels maybe work related in some way. So make sure that you're balancing that stress, work stress, with something, an additional activity, and maintaining, again, balancing your energy out. So you're taking care of yourself and helping yourself get through that, which is going to lead to a good outcome, it seems here, because in month 7, we have the 10 of Coins. This is a legacy card. This card says, you doing good. You doing good. Nothing to worry about here. You have achieved a certain goal, so maybe that's a savings amount. Yeah, that's the right term. If it has to do with work, maybe all this was about getting a promotion or changing jobs in some way so that it's more beneficial to you. So you're locked into something maybe. This could even have to do with setting up a 401k and getting that going. You are setting yourself up for success moving forward. This is now your new base point. Essentially, you can't slide backward beyond this point. This is your base point, and it's a success. It's good. Bottom line, it's good. It's good for you. You've achieved a certain level that maybe you never thought you'd get to, and you still have room to grow within that. You have what you need in place to support you, and it's going well, and you're feeling good and confident and ready to meet the next challenge, which falls right into the Fool, which makes sense. You're ready and set to go, and you go. The Fool is the first card in the tarot deck. The Fool is taking that first step down a new path. They have no idea what's going to happen. They don't know which direction to go, but they're going. They're going to go for it. This is a yes card. This is a go get it card. This says if you have some dream you're thinking of, but you keep trying to think of ways to do it, but you can't come up with one, just take the first step, and then everything else you'll just figure it out as you go. You don't need a plan in place to start this, whatever this is that's popped up for you. You just need to start working toward it, and it will sort itself out. So trust that it will sort itself up, and if it's something you really want to do, go for it. And then in month 9, we have the Hermit, another major arcana card. And this is a card, a little bit of introspection. This is a card about going within, really tapping in to your body, to your energy, to see if the path you're headed down is really the path you want to keep going down. If you look within your mind and you think up 3 different paths, one of them is going to shine or be more prominent than the others. But you have to sit still with them. You have to consider all your options in your mind. And eventually one floats to the top. That's the most prominent one. That's the one you need to follow. That's the one you should be going for. So this may help you with maybe making some of the decisions after you take this first step or two here. Now what to do next. They all look like good options. Spend some time, that introspective time, really thinking over each of them, feeling into each of them, letting them all float around in your mind for a little while, and see which one do you keep coming back to. Which one are you most drawn to? Then you'll know your next step, and you may even be able to figure out the next few steps through that process. And then we come to another queen, the Queen of Cups. Cups are our emotion and intuition. So, Queen of Cups, again, definitely leadership, somebody who's very confident in who they are. This is somebody, though, is very in touch with their emotions. When they are mad, you will know they are mad, but they're not going to strike out at somebody. They will find a constructive way to leverage those emotions. When they're very happy, you know that they are happy and they're sharing that with everybody and they practically glow. But they don't let the energy go to extremes or take them to places that may cause some negative consequences. They're very confident, very sure of themselves. They also know when and how to leverage their anger and the negative emotions. Sometimes they could come off a little bit manipulative too. They can help people understand why they're triggered by certain things, why they have an emotional reaction under certain conditions. They have a unique insight into the way our emotions impact the decisions we make in our lives. I feel like this is something where you're going to happen across a lecture or some speech or something, some series that this person is teaching or talking about. And there's going to be a lot of information in there that you can use, maybe even where you'll start to recognize how you have already integrated both your leveraged or have started to mesh all of yourself into one and recognize that you are a whole person and that is all you, and that's not a negative thing. And this person can be very inspiring. Maybe they have a similar story to yours, and that's what draws you in, and you want to learn more. Even if it is just to validate where you are now and where you want to go and the potential that you have. They're going to be in some way influencing you here in month 10. And then in month 11, we have the Four of Cups. Now, this can be a feeling, well, what am I feeling for you? Something's up in the air. So you have a choice before you to add something to your life, but you don't know exactly what it is you want it to be. It's something that you want to have some sort of emotional connection to. Maybe it's a trinket or something you want to have to remind you of something about yourself, and you want to make it special, but you are not sure what it is or what you want it to be, and you're feeling a little antsy, emotionally antsy, if you will. So what's it going to be? How are you going to figure this out? I don't think you need to do anything. You need to be out and about. And when you find it, you'll know. It may be a rock you happen to see on your normal walk where you go, you just know, you feel it. There's that energy. That's it. That's what I need to help me, remind me to stay grounded. And when I hold it, it reminds me of this, or it makes me feel this way. So this is going to be my my emotional support rock, if you will. Maybe that's what it is you need. Or perhaps you find a cup at a rummage sale that has a cartoon on it that reminds you of your childhood, and it's very nostalgic and it's very soothing to you. So you get that cup, and when you're holding it and drinking from that, it's very soothing and calming. It's that type of thing that you're going to be looking for, that you want to bring into your life here in this month. You'll know when you find it. Don't doubt yourself. It may feel silly to you. It may seem ridiculous, but it only needs to be right for you. And it just needs to be something that meets one of your needs and provides benefit to you, even if it seems silly to somebody else. So just go get it. Be open to it when it comes, and you'll know. And then in month 12, we have the Seven of Swords. So this is a mixed bag kind of card. So what am I feeling for my Aquarius Sun, Gemini Risings off of this card? Well, it's swords, which is an air element. It can indicate conflict. It can indicate dishonesty. It can indicate the idea or thought that you're getting away with more than you think you should. It could be intellectual theft in some way. I would say if you have some big ideas about a new project or something like that, keep it close to your chest here in this month. Be mindful of who you're sharing those ideas with. If it's somebody you're not sure you can trust, just trust that you can't and hold back for a month. Don't share it with them in this month. You could share it with these people because you know you can trust them with whatever you have to share with your ideas. But be mindful, maybe at work there's somebody who would love to steal an idea you have and claim it as their own, or claim some work that you've done as your own. So also make sure that you are, um, I want to say like validating, but it's, if you have ideas, put it in an email and send it to someone so they know it has your name on it and you have proof that this was your idea, that you're the one who came up with it, that you're the one who's initiated it. It's almost like validating all the paperwork. Read contracts through twice or three times before you sign them. If you have questions on them, do not sign them until you get those questions, you get clarification, and you're confident in the answers. So also this feels like a month where maybe it wouldn't be a good idea to sign any contracts or anything like that either. So keep that in mind. Not this month, maybe the following month, but this month, no. Kind of want to hold back on that and kind of protect your intellectual energy, if you will. That's the vibe I'm feeling from that one. And trust it. If you say, oh, no, it's just me being paranoid, is that your shadow talking, telling you, trying to give you clues? No. Hold off. Trust it. Trust it. Trust it. Integrate that. Say, I'm going to wait until I have time to take this home and read it thoroughly before I sign it. If somebody's trying to push you to do it, just say no. Maybe you have to put a little bark into it. All right. That is what I have for you for your year ahead for my Aquarius Sun, Gemini Risings. Please hit that like button. Please share this with others. Please comment below to let me know if this resonated with you or not, and because the YouTube algorithm likes that. And please subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.